what about the defensive line? How good do you think it can be? Who do you think could be an odd man out?
So that's a good question. And, the defensive line is one of the most fascinating things for me to watch and to see how it all shakes out just because of the depth. I mean, they've got real rich man problems on the defensive line right now. I would probably rank the defensive line as one of the top 2 to 3 in the league with what they have talent wise at defensive tackle on the inside and then outside on the edge, of course, led by Myles Garrett. I think that there are some guys ready to step up as well, like Isaiah McGuire, if he can take another step. Alex Wright, we spoke about earlier. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka is a really interesting player, and I want to see how I think the Jim Schwartz wide nine style of defense will really play well to his game, and he's looked good so far in camp. I kind of, odd man out. I'm kind of interested to see what happens with Ogbo Okoronkwo. Last year was a little bit of a down season. I know he's a good locker room guy, part of the roster, but I just feel like if the Browns were to get a decent offer for him, for probably a day 3 pick or something like that, they might be interested in pulling the trigger on something like that because they do have, guys like Cam Thomas, who I'm excited about as well. I want to see him on the field.
Yeah, the other thing that I think people are overlooking, if you have a dominant defensive line, it makes everything on the defense a little bit better.
Yeah, it's definitely their bread and butter. And I think that Andrew Berry and the Browns, their philosophy is very wise on this. They are prioritizing depth across the defensive line because those players, your fourth and fifth players in those rotations will get more snaps than a fourth or fifth wide receiver would. And other skill positions, a third tight end, for instance. So those are some of the things that we're kind of picking Andrew Berry apart on. But at the end of the day, defensive line is very important to keep those guys fresh. And then also, you're always going to be faced with injuries. So I like where the Browns really sit there, and they're going to be the engine of the entire team.